Hello students, in this section we'll discuss about something of application of Boolean algebra. So first of all we should discuss some definition what we'll use here. So literal. A literal is a variable or a complicated complemented variable such as x, x-dex, y, y-dex and so on. x2, x2-dex are two literal involving one variable x2. Means here we will discuss about x, x-dex, y, y-dex, z, z-dex, etc. For the particular value of x2, x2 and x2-dex are two literal involving one single variable, that is x2. Now what is Boolean expression? Boolean expression is for b, this is the expression, either this is the expression or this is the expression, be a Boolean algebra. A Boolean expression in variables x, 1, x2, xk, each taking their values in the set x is defined recursively as follows. These are the two conditions. Means if a Boolean algebra is present, that is a set where it contains the elements like x1, x2 and xk, then there is two conditions. Means first of all, each of the variable x1 to xk as well as the elements 0 and 1 of b are Boolean expression. Means for the set b, x1 to xn and 0 and 1 are included in this set. And secondly, if x1 and x2 are previously defined Boolean expressions, means these two elements are previously defined, then x1 and x2, x1 or x2 and x1-dex are also Boolean expressions. Means if x1 and x2 are defined always preferably, so we will say that x1 and x2, x1 or x2 and these are the Boolean expressions. Similarly, this x1 and x2-dex, x1 or x2-dex, these are also Boolean expression using this 2. Again, this is x1 or x2 and x1 and x3-dex is also a Boolean expression using this 2. So here we have discussed two conditions for x1 to xn and 0, 1. These are the elements will be in the Boolean expression. मतलब एक Boolean algebra का एक सेट है, अगर वहाँ पर हम लोग x1 to xk लेंगे और उसके साथ 0, 1 लेंगे तब ये उसका एक्सप्रेशन हो सकता है. Again, these are the x1 and x2, x1 and x2, these are also the elements of that set. So these are the Boolean expression. Similarly, we can make many more examples using these elements and many more elements. Now, min terms. What is min term? A fundamental product. A fundamental product or a min term is a literal. Means min term have the other name that is called fundamental product. Is a literal or a product or meet of two or more literals in which no two literals involve the same animal. Means a fundamental product is the another name of min terms where we will use meet and where we have to note down that no two literals are repeated. Means for example, x, z-dex, x, y-dex, z, x, y-dex and these are fundamental products. These are also called min terms. This can be written as x and z-dex also. In this way this can be written. Again here x, x-dex, y, z-dex are not repeated. For example, any product of literals can be reduced to either 0 or a fundamental product. Any product of literals can be reduced to either 0 or fundamental of product. For example, x, y, x-dex, z. Here x and x-dex, the multiplication x and x-dex equal to 0, that is from the complement law. Again, as here x, y, z, y, here y is repeated, so by the idempotent law 1y will absorb and x, y, z will our solution. Again, next condition is there. A fundamental product P1 is said to be contained in or include in other fundamental product P2 if the literal of P1 are so literal of P2. Means if P1 and P2 are two literal, and if P1 is contained in P2, the value will be P1. For example, x dash z is contained in x dash y z, and x dash z is not contained in x y dash z. Here x dash z contained in x dash y z. This is x z, this is x z, y is extra one. But in x dash z is not contained in x y dash z. Since x dash is not in this, so we can say x dash z is not contained in here, and here x dash total term is contained in here. And this condition says if P1 contained in P2 means P2 equal to P1Q, then by the observation law P1 plus P2 equal to P1 plus P1 into Q. The value of P2 is P1 into Q. So P1 plus P2 equal to P1 plus P1Q. So by observation law, this contains P1, so for this value will be P1. Thus, instance of x dash z plus x dash yz means this is absorbed in this is, और ये एलिमेंट इसके अंदर है, so इसका वैल्यू टोटल का वैल्यू होगा दिस x dash z. जो छोटा है उसका वैल्यू वही होगा. Here plus and dot are two binary operation in this Boolean algebra. This is the another definition for the fundamental product of mean terms. What say this? A Boolean expression in k variables x1 to xk is called mean terms if it is of the form y1 intersection y2, or this is the meet y1 meet y2 and so on yk. Then yj in a literal if xi or xi dax. This yj is either xi or xi dax for 1 less than equal to I less than equal to k, and yi is not equal to yj for I is not equal to j. This means a mean term in k variable is a product or meet of exactly k distinct element. x1 and meet x2 dax is a mean term into two variables. Means for a value x1 and x2 dax, these two are literals. So in an expression, either we will write any one of that, not the both can be written. Okay. Next, this is the observation law. Here, for any Boolean algebra, B plus dot, this is complement, or B join, meet and complement. For this Boolean algebra, these two conditions are called Boolean laws. So 1 plus A dot B is equal to A. 1 plus A dot B equal to A, or A join A meet B. This is called to also A. These are the, for this and these two set, these are the two values. Similarly, the second condition is A dot A plus B. A dot A plus B equal to A, or we can also say that A meet A join B equal to A. Means here A dot B, A के साथ ये दोनों का मल्टीप्लिकेशन ज्वाइन होने के बाद ये वाला जो बड़ा वाला सेट होता है वही इसका वैल्यूज होगा. यहाँ पर ऑल्सो जो बड़ा वाला सेट है ये उसका वैल्यू होगा. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन प्रूव दिस. अगेन दिस इज द इन्वोल्यूशन लॉ. व्हाट इज इन्वोल्यूशन लॉ? फॉर एनी Boolean algebra, B plus dot complement, these are the operation, and we know here 0 1 are always written. So for all A belongs to B, complement of A complement is A. Complement of A complement is also equal to A. We have taken the second time complement, that's why the previous one is the result. So you can do this calculation part. Again, this is the De Morgan's law. What does the De Morgan's law means? For a Boolean algebra, we have these two conditions. The condition says A plus B dax, A plus B whole dax is equal to A dax dot B dax. Or similarly, we can in the meet or join form, A join B whole complement is A complement meet B complement. And second condition is A dot B whole complement is A complement plus B complement, or A meet B whole complement equal to A complement join B complement. For all AB belongs to B. This is the proof of this. So now this, here I have discussed these three laws, what we will use in this sum of the product of expression. I have discussed the three laws that we will use in this sum or products. So for this, the definition is a Boolean expression E is called a sum of products expression if E is a fundamental product. We know what is a fundamental product, or sum of two or more fundamental products. Means this is a mean term or sum of two or more mean terms for none of which is contained in another. Means they must be separate. Here sum of products of expression is the sum of the mean terms is a single mean terms or sum of many more mean terms where no mean terms and no element is repeated. So another definition is, let E be any Boolean expression, a sum of products of E is an equivalent Boolean sum of products expression. Means if we are taking, we can convert into a smaller mean terms. So for example, consider E1 equal to xzx plus yxz plus xyzx, and E2 is the other one. So as E1 is sum of products is not a sum of products expression. This is the sum of products and it is not a sum of products. Means it is a sum of products but it is not a sum of products of expression. As products, why? As xzx is connected in the product of xyz, because in this xzx is connected in this xyzx. However, by the aggregation law, this can be again expressed as this E1 equal to this one, where this is repeated. So first take this. So this we can interchange in this value like this, and here this is xzx, here xzx, and this here xzx is repeated. So our first rule from that P1 plus P1 into Q, where we use the P1. So where we use this one, where we use here, our law is okay. Here our law is, here this is our condition P2 equal to P1Q. So here for P1 plus P2, P1 plus P1Q that equal to P1. So using this we can like here. So that condition is used here, that is called xz plus yxz. So this gives a sum of products expression for E1 dot E2 already in the expression. Now this is another example. Okay, here question is express E equal to xy dex z dex, xy dex into z whole complement. This is dex or whole complement into x complement plus y into y complement plus z complement whole complement as a sum of products of expression. So what is the solution of this? First here we have discussed about the De Morgan's law. For this xy dex and this, so xy complement that is double complement plus z complement, and this is as usual. Now for this, the complement of the complement, that is absorption law, this is the xy and plus zx. So from this x dot zx, x complement that is x, z complement plus y complement that is y, z complement that is z. So this is equal to, now using the distributive law, xy xzx, xy yz means okay zx, x zx zx, yz zx. This equal to, here x is repeated, so xy zx, here y is repeated, so xy z, here zx is repeated, so x zx, but zx that is equal to 0. So 0, So here from this x, y, z is there. In this 2, x, z, x is also in this term. So this 2 and this 0. So using this 2 term, we can write this is the first term and this for this. So this is the answer. Now the disjunctive normal form, that is called DNF, or complete sum of products forms, or disjunctive canonical form. So from the sum of products will come to complete sum of products. So we have discussed about sum of products. Now the complete sum of products has the another name, that is disjunctive normal form, that is DNF. Okay. So what is a DNF? So a Boolean expression equal to x1 to xn is said to be complete sum of products expression if it is a sum of products expression where each product P involves all the n variables, such that a fundamental product P which involves all the variables is called mean terms, and there is a maximum 2 to the power n sum of products for n variables. Means if a Boolean expression is given where x1 to xn are the element, then its complete sum of products is the element all are called mean terms, and the maximum number of terms is 2 to the power n. So for example, this is an example, x dot y dash dot z dash. This can also be written as this. So here by the De Morgan's law we will write like this, y dash dash, that is y dot dash plus this. So using the distributive law, x dot y plus x dot zx. Now from this we have to make 2 to the power n number of terms. Here 2 terms, 3 terms, there are 3. So here we can also write here x, y, z as written as. So here x dot y, so we can also write 1 equal to z plus zx, and here y 1 equal to y plus y dash. So x, this is distributive law, x y z dash, x y z dash, x z y dash, zx. So from this one, these two are repeated. So this one, this is this. So the text can be also written as, this term can also be written as like this. So now this complete disjunctive normal form. Here a DNF is a variable which contains all the possible 2 to the n terms. Is called the complete DNF in n variables. For example, a complete DNF in 2 variables is xy, xxy plus xy dash plus xxy. It contains 2 to the power 2, that is 4 elements. Here x and y is present, so it contains 4 elements. And complete DNF in 3 variables, it has 2 to the power 3, that is 8 elements. And note that a complete DNF is identically 1. So let's take an example, that is obtain the disjunctive normal form from the expression, that is the what is our term, that is the complete sum of products. The other name is disjunctive normal form or complete sum of products. Okay, for this x1, x2, x3, these are the 3 terms. For if this is this, we have to make it in the disjunctive normal form. So for x1 dash and x2, for this term this term is this can be written like this, and I. So here 3 terms are there, so this can be also written as x3 or join x3 dash. This is the complement law. This is the identity law, this is the complement law. So here using distributive law, x dash meet x2, this meet x3, join x1 dash, x2, x3 dash. So this is the 2 part. Again for this also, this term also we can like this, this meet with I. So this equal to x2 or x2 dash. So this is the distributive law, x1, x2, x2, x1, x3 and x2, x1, x3 and x2 dash. So using this we can write this. So putting the values from this in this equation, we have got this one, which is a DNF. So now for the max term. Till now we have discussed about the mean term. Now for the max term. What is a max term? A Boolean expression in k variables x1 to xk is called a maxterm if it is of the form y1 join y2 join yk, or a join or a sum of exactly k distinct element. Either is a sum of exactly k distinct elements, literal, none of which is involved, none of which is repeated. So what is the conjunctive normal of CNF? That was DNF, and this is the CNF. A Boolean expression in k variable is in CNF. It is meet or product of distinct max terms, each involving all the k variables. So for this, only 3 elements, these 3 elements, for these the n elements are there and terms are there. 3 distincts involving the 3 variables. Now let's take an example. So here obtain the CNF of Boolean expression. These are the expression, we have to make the Boolean expression. Okay, so for x1 meet x2 x, that is x1 x by De Morgan's law, we can write like this, and then within this is the identity law. So here this 0 equal to x3 meet x3 x. So using the distributing law, we can write like this. Similarly for this part, x1 x join x3 x, we can also write using the same calculation we can solve this, and using this 2 we can got the value of this equal to this one. So complete distinctive normal form, a CNF is an n variable which contains all the possible 2 to the power n factor is called a complete CNF. Till now we have discussed about the CNF. Now CNF, as we discussed about DNF and complete DNF, this is the CNF and complete CNF. So this is an example. Reduce the simpler form. Reduce to simpler form the Boolean expression. What is the simplest form? That is the min term form. So this is the bigger one. We have to make it in simple form. So the question for this is x1 x2 equal to x1 meet x2, that means x1 meet x2 complement. So for this is the right hand side RHS. So here from this two x1 meet x2 and x1, here x1 is common, so x1 meet x2 meet x1, so x1 into x2, that meet x2. Again if x2 meet x2, that is 0, so x1 meet 0 equal to 0. Again for the second one, the right hand side is x1 meet x2 join this meet this. So from this, here x1 x3 in this 2 is repeated, so this 2 we can calculate like this and we got the result. Okay, next, this is another example. Simplify the Boolean expression. These are the expression. So for the first one, x1 x2 plus x1 x2 dex. Here x1 we can take common outside, so x1 x2 plus x2 dex. So x2 plus x2, that is equal to 1, so it is equal to x1. For this also xy x dex y dex x dex y. In this two we can take common as x dex. So x dex can common, and we similarly can calculate like this and got the result for the third one similarly. Okay, now value for a min term. Till now we discussed min term, now value for a min term. So a min term has the value 1 for one and only one combination of the value of the variables. Min terms has the value 1 and only one combination for the value of the variables, where the value of min terms for y1 to yn is 1, which occurs if the only if yi is 1. Means if all the values are 1, we know here we have either 0 and 1, so it is either 0 or 1. So if all are 1, then it must be 1. So if xi equal to 1 and if yi equal to xi and xi equal to 0, when yi equal to xi dex, means here 0 and 1 are complement of each other. So if one value is x1 equal to 1, so x1 complement must be equal to 0. So question is find a minterms which is equal to 1 when x1 x equal to x4 equal to 0 and x2 equal to x3 equal to x5 equal to 1 and which is equal to 0. Otherwise means these two values are 0 and these values are 1, otherwise the value is 0. So the required minterm shall be this is x1 equal to 0, so x1 complement is at 1, x4 complement is also 1, x2, x3, x5 are 1. So our solution will be or may be x1 dex, that is 1 dot 1, the x2 dot x3 dot x4 dex dot x5. These two are dex taken as because the values are 0, so its complement is 1 and these values are given as 1. So this is the value for maximum or min term, we can take this the value 1. Now value for the max term. So a max term has the value 0, min term has 1 and max term has 0 for one and only one combination of values of its variables. The max term y1 plus y2 to yn is equal to 0, which occurs if and only if yi are 0. Means all yi are zeros, then this value will be 0. Okay, so here is also an example. This is find a max term which is equal to 0 when x1 equal to x4 equal to 0 and x2, x3 and x5 equal to 1 and which is equal to 1 otherwise. Okay, so our solution will be here the value will be equal to 0. So x1 plus x4, these are value zeros, and x2 complement, x3 complement, x5 complement are 0. So we will add all the zeros. These are x1 plus x2 complement plus x3 complement plus x4 plus x5 dex. So if all the values are 0, obviously the value, the calculated value will be 0. So we got the value 0, that is the max term. Okay. So this is our expression, Boolean expression application part. So all the best.